Hey folks, this is Tom Von Deck, and you're about to learn how to stop thinking too much and how to quiet the mind using proven methods that you can easily integrate into everyday life and your daily activities. And these methods are thousands of years old. They're nothing new, but they work. They stand the test of time. There is a high correlation between happiness and a quiet mind, and you may know that already. But how do you quiet your mind? That can be a very tricky thing to do. We'll learn some foolproof methods here. This isn't just a how to meditate tutorial. There are a few time-tested ways to interrupt the persistent and seemingly endless chatter and quiet your mind considerably. They don't necessarily involve sitting in a cross-legged position and all that stuff. These are all things that could be integrated into everyday life, as I said. First of all, why are we thinking so much all the time? In general, we're addicted to thinking. Many people who have tried to sit down and meditate or just to quiet the mind a little bit find out just how tricky and elusive thoughts can be. Thoughts will do anything to suck you into them and to follow them to even more and more thoughts. It's just endless. When you do manage to quiet the mind a little bit, your thoughts may become more appealing and more irresistible. Your brain is like a spoiled child. It does not want to break long-held patterns, so it will tempt you out of that process and you'll just continue to think too much and get lost in those thoughts. How do you stop thinking so much? You continually interrupt these thinking patterns. You continually break the habit. The nature of my daily life tends to be quite cerebral, and this can lead to too much thinking, and that creates a momentum that kind of snowballs. Here's one thing that I do that really helps me to break down that momentum so that I'm not thinking so much and getting lost in thought, and we'll learn some other methods too after that. Whenever I walk anywhere, the grocery store or anywhere else, I tend to use a mantra to interrupt the stream of thought. In this case, the mantra is usually devotional because I personally find devotional mantras to have a more powerful effect in my case. That may be true for you, or maybe a secular mantra is better. This mantra, or this phrase, just repeats itself silently over and over again in rhythm with the walking. It does so at a desirable melody. And you don't have to use a melody. Monotone can work just as well. You can experiment. And while I'm doing this, I breathe through the nose the whole time unless I'm actually articulating the words. So if I'm thinking the mantra, I'm breathing through the nose. If I'm articulating the words, I breathe through the nose and then articulate the words on the exhale. If you try this, you will notice a lot of chatter distracting you from the mantra. So how do you stop all this chatter? How do you stop all these thoughts? You don't. This method I use when I'm walking, it's just a simple mindfulness meditation that is integrated into a typically mundane activity, such as walking. When practicing mindfulness, you don't try to stop your thoughts. You make friends with them. And if you're familiar with mindfulness, you know that it involves watching your thoughts impartially, as an outside observer. Your thinking is not outside the present moment. It is happening within the present moment. Take note of the thoughts, without identifying with them, and let them be what they are. And then go back to your mantra. So you don't just overpower the thoughts with the mantra. If there's a body sensation associated with the thought, bring your attention to that and hang with it. Do the same with tension that you do with thoughts. Feelings of tension. You let go of them and release whatever you can as you go along. You're also taking note of them and just being cool with it. You may notice that some thoughts will start to dissipate as you take note of them without following them. Others will be more sticky, more tempting. Just keep repeating the mantra and the mindfulness practice. The momentum will build. Speaking of momentum, you want to do things like this multiple times per day, even if it's only for a minute. Just 1 minute once in a while, maybe 1 minute per hour, will go a long way toward quieting the mind and stopping it from thinking too much. And one important thing to remember here is that the bulk of the problem is not that you're thinking so much. You're getting lost in the thoughts because of attachment to these thoughts. What mindfulness does is it loosens the grip. And this loosening, this continual loosening, tends to quiet the mind in the long term. Here are some examples of some other activities that you can do that are calming and centering and interrupt those streams of thought. One is deep, sincere, devotional prayer. And I don't mean, Lord, grant me a redneck farting butt neck pillow, or any supplication like that. I mean like deep devotion with communion in mind. And maybe that's not your thing. Breathing exercises is something else that you can do. Take stretching breaks once in a while. That brings you back into your body. Read some spiritual text if you're into that. Or sing a spiritual song if you're into that. Also, you could do brief meditations. They could be spiritual or secular. And have a longer practice that you do every day at a special time. A longer meditation practice that's daily. You can also do grounding exercises that bring your awareness back into your body. These can be visualizations or other activities that generate feeling in the body. The more you do these types of things, the less of a grip your thoughts will have on you. Make it a habit to integrate calming and grounding activities along with mindfulness into your daily life. Slip it into those 20 seconds inside the elevator or while you're waiting in the grocery line. Interrupt those habits of mind whenever possible. Just break the habits, and you will learn experientially how to stop thinking too much. And you'll get better at it over time. Try it out. It's an excellent way to quiet your mind in the long run. And whenever anyone says, stop overthinking and enjoy life, at least you know how to heed that advice now. Keep on practicing. Hey folks, this is Tom Von Deck. If you want to cut through the internet clutter and determine your personal best meditation technique, while learning rarely taught secrets for making meditation far easier in daily life, then try the free course at deepermeditation.net. You'll find the best practice for you, a unique individual. You'll use little-known secrets that make meditation far easier to do, fit meditation into a busy schedule while reaping all its benefits. And if you already have your best technique, you get to learn what to do before, after, and between sessions to go much deeper into meditation and turn every minute of each day into a meditation. And that's all at deepermeditation.net. That's all for now. Thanks for listening.